every time I post a video about China's coming collapse, there's always that one guy in the comments section saying something like, Ken, have you seen San Francisco lately? America has homelessness, shootings, crumbling roads. Why aren't you talking about that? The US is just as bad, if not worse, in this or that. Congratulations, you've just used the most overplayed, brain-dead deflection in the book. Let's break it down. I'm talking about a systemic collapse. You're talking about symptoms. Here's the thing. Yes, America has big problems. Homelessness, inequality, political dysfunction, bad infrastructure, you name it. But none of that negates the fundamental truth. The US system, as chaotic and noisy as it is resilient. It bends, it gets messy, but it doesn't snap. What I'm talking about with China isn't just a few cracks in the sidewalk or some policy gridlock in Congress. I'm talking about a full-blown systemic breakdown. A collapsed real estate sector that made up 70% of GDP. Demographic implosion that no one is reversing. Trillions in local government debt hidden off balance sheet. Capital flight in every direction. A one-man dictatorship choking economic dynamism. A society hollowed out by lies, censorship, and fear. This isn't a rough patch. This is a terminal decline. It's like watching a house burn down and saying, but that house has dirty windows too. Imagine you see a house on fire, flames shooting out the windows, roof collapsing, people jumping out to survive. Then someone walks by and says, yeah, but that house next door has a broken mailbox. That's what these whataboutists are doing. America may have dirty windows and creaky floors, but China's house is actively on fire. And it's not just me saying it. Look around. The youth unemployment crisis is so bad they stopped publishing the numbers. Birth rates are collapsing faster than Japan ever did. Foreign direct investment, negative for the first time in decades. Major developers defaulting, banks on edge, shadow debt everywhere. You don't need to like America to see that China is in free fall. I used to defend China too, until reality slapped me. Look, I get it. I've been there. There was a time I admired China's speed, ambition, infrastructure. I had visited Shanghai and be amazed. I used to tell people, look how fast China builds things compared to the US. I bought into the hype. And then I started digging. I saw bridges built overnight, but collapsing in 5 years. I saw ghost cities no one lived in. I saw people taking on 3 mortgages to speculate on property, not to live in. I saw tech friends, entrepreneurs disappear overnight because they said the wrong thing. That's when I realized this is not a healthy system. This is a facade built on fear, debt, and hype. And it's starting to crack. When people dodge the issue and say, but what about America? What they're really saying is, I can't defend China on the facts, so I'll attack something else. It's lazy, it's dishonest, and it is a big red flag that they know the argument is lost. Because here's the truth. Criticizing China doesn't mean America is perfect. Pointing out China's failures doesn't mean you're blind to America's problems. Saying both have issues is not an argument against the reality of China's collapse. And this argument is tired. Yes, America is messy, but it's transparent, accountable, and self-correcting eventually. China is not. China hides its problems, jails its critiques, punishes truth-tellers, and demands blind faith in the system. That's why the fall will be worse, because when a lie gets too big to maintain, it doesn't unravel gently. It just explodes. So the next time someone says, "What about America?" Tell them this: America has problems, but China has a problem with the truth. And when truth dies, collapse follows.